45% increased risk of breast cancer. For black women who use permanent hair dye regularly. That's not from some conspiracy blog, that's from the NIH Sister Study. 47,000 women tracked for over a decade. Published data. Peer-reviewed. You're sitting in your bathroom right now with a box that says natural or ammonia-free on the front. Flip it over. Read the fourth ingredient, para-phenylenediamine, PPD, a coal tar derivative linked to bladder cancer in hairstylists. 7 hair dyes with ingredients banned in Europe, all linked to cancer in long-term studies. 3 that are actually safe, or at least as close as you can get. No sponsorships, no affiliate links, just the studies and the ingredient lists. Let's go! Number 7. Garnier Nutrisse. This is one of the most popular drugstore dyes in America. It's marketed as nourishing because it has avocado oil and shea butter in the conditioner packet. That's the after treatment. We're talking about what's in the dye itself. Ingredient number 1 that should concern you, RESORCINOL. RESORCINOL is a phenolic compound. It's used to help the color molecules bond to your hair shaft. But here's what it also does. It penetrates your skin, it enters your bloodstream, and it directly inhibits an enzyme called thyroid peroxidase. That's the enzyme your thyroid gland uses to produce hormones. In 2025, France proposed classifying RESORCINOL as a Category 1 endocrine disruptor. That means it messes with your hormones at a level significant enough to cause reproductive or developmental harm. The EU allows it at a maximum concentration of 1.25%, but that limit is under active review in 2026 because new studies show even low chronic exposure in hairstylists is linked to thyroid dysfunction. Garnier Nutrisse also contains PPD, para-phenylenediamine. We're going to talk a lot more about that in a minute because it's in almost every permanent dye on this list. Does Garnier Nutrisse work? Yes, it covers grey, it's cheap, it's available everywhere, but the price isn't just $9. The price is also what RESORCINOL is doing to your thyroid over 10 years of monthly touch-ups. Number 6. Revlon ColorSilk. This one markets itself as ammonia-free, and it is. But ammonia-free does not mean chemical-free, it does not even mean safer. Here's what Revlon uses instead of ammonia. Ethanolamine, also called MEA or monoethanolamine. Ammonia's job is to open up the cuticle of your hair so the color can get inside. It does that aggressively, and it smells terrible. That smell is actually a safety feature. Ammonia evaporates fast. It doesn't stick around. You process the color, you rinse it out, and the ammonia is gone. Ethanolamine does the same job, but it doesn't smell, and it doesn't evaporate, so it feels gentler. But 2024 studies show that because MEA is a larger molecule, it actually gets trapped inside the hair shaft, and it stays there, causing more protein degradation over time than ammonia does. There's also emerging research suggesting that high concentrations of MEA used repeatedly may have reproductive toxicity concerns. It's still legal, it's still widely used, but calling it ammonia-free and implying that means it's safer is marketing, not science. And just like Garnier, Revlon ColorSilk also contains PPD. The darker the shade, the higher the concentration. Number 5. Clairol Nice and Easy. This is a classic. It's been around for decades, and that's part of the problem. Legacy formulas. Slow to reformulate. Still using ingredients that newer brands have already phased out. The big one here is ammonia. Yes, it still has it. And while I just said ammonia evaporates and doesn't stick around, that doesn't mean it's harmless while it's there. If you have asthma, if you have any respiratory sensitivity, ammonia can trigger an acute reaction. Burning eyes, throat irritation. In poorly ventilated bathrooms, you're breathing in ammonia gas for the entire 30 to 45-minute processing time. But the bigger concern with Clairol Nice and Easy is PPD concentration. In darker shades, specifically blacks and darkest browns, PPD is formulated at or near the legal 2% limit, That's the maximum allowed after the dye and developer are mixed. But here's the thing. Testing done in 2025 found that up to 96% of the PPD in permanent dyes can remain unreacted on the scalp even after rinsing. That means if you're using a dark Clairol shade every 4 weeks, you're getting repeated high-dose exposure to a chemical that the International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies as a Group 2, a probable carcinogen for occupational users. We're going to talk about what PPD actually does to your body in a second. But first, let me tell you why Clairol Nice and Easy is number 5 and not number 1. It's transparent. The ingredient list is on the box. It doesn't pretend to be natural. It is what it is, an old-school chemical dye with all the risks that come with that. Number 4. L'Oréal Preference and L'Oréal Excellence. L'Oréal is the largest cosmetics company in the world. They own dozens of brands, and they're currently facing over 10,000 lawsuits. Not for hair dye, for hair relaxers. But the legal argument is the same. Long-term exposure to chemicals that absorb through the scalp and are linked to hormone-sensitive cancers. Uterine cancer. The Sister Study I mentioned in the hook tracked 47,000 women for over a decade. They found that women who used permanent hair dye regularly had a 9% increased risk of breast cancer compared to women who didn't dye their hair. But here's where it gets darker. For black women, that risk jumped to 45 to 60%. The researchers believe this is because black women are more likely to use darker shades, which have higher concentrations of aromatic amines like PPD. And they're more likely to use chemical relaxers in combination with dye, which means double the scalp exposure to endocrine-disrupting chemicals. L'Oréal Preference and Excellence both contain PPD and RESORCINOL. They also use high-volume developers, usually 30 volume, which opens the hair cuticle more aggressively and allows more chemical penetration into the scalp. In 2025 and 2026, there are active lawsuits specifically targeting L'Oréal's professional lines like Majorelle, claiming that hairstylists who used these products for years developed bladder cancer at rates significantly higher than the general population. L'Oréal has not been found liable. These cases are still in discovery. But the science linking PPD to bladder cancer in occupational users is strong enough that hairstylist unions in Europe are now demanding full respiratory protection and nitrile gloves during every color service. If this is helping you make safer choices, take 2 seconds and hit the like button and subscribe. Every video on this channel is built from studies, regulatory data, and ingredient lists. No sponsorships, no brand deals. No one is paying me to say any of this. Okay, let's keep going. Number 3. Black henna and adulterated henna imports. This one is different because it's not a single brand, it's a category, and it's one of the most dangerous. Real henna is made from a plant called Lawsonia inermis. It only dyes hair, orange or red, that's it. If you want brown or black from pure henna, you have to mix it with indigo, which is a different plant. But processing real henna and indigo takes hours, sometimes overnight. So manufacturers started adding a chemical to speed it up and make it darker. That chemical is PPD, para-phenylenediamine. And they don't put it on the label. In 2025, the FDA tested imported henna powders sold in ethnic beauty supply stores and online. Some of them contained up to 70% PPD. 70%. The legal limit in permanent dye is 2%. There are documented cases of people using black henna and ending up in the emergency room with full body rashes, kidney damage, and anaphylactic shock. Here's how you know if your henna is adulterated. If the box says it will dye your hair black in under 2 hours, it contains PPD. Pure henna and indigo take 4 to 8 hours to process and must be mixed fresh. Brands to avoid. Anything that says black henna or Kali Mahandi without a certified organic seal. Brands like Black Stone and various unlabeled imports found on Amazon or eBay. If you want real henna, you need to buy from certified suppliers. The Henna Guys, Light Mountain Natural, Silk and Stone, Cultivators Organic. These are body art quality henna verified to contain no PPD. Number 2. Just for Men and Grecian formula, specifically old stock. Let me be clear. Modern formulations of these products are reformulated and safe. The FDA banned lead acetate in gradual hair darkening products in 2021 and fully enforced it by 2022. But here's the problem. Old stock still exists, especially at discount retailers, liquidation stores, international sellers on Amazon. If you find a box that's been sitting on a shelf since 2020 or earlier, it might still contain lead acetate. You use it like shampoo every day, and over a week or two, your grey hair slowly turns darker. It was marketed as natural looking. But lead is a neurotoxin. There is no safe level of exposure to lead. It accumulates in your bones. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. It causes cognitive decline, peripheral neuropathy, and in children, developmental delays. And here's the kicker. It rubs off. If you use a lead-based gradual dye, trace amounts of lead transfer to your pillowcase, your towel, your bathroom sink. If you have kids, they can get secondary exposure just from touching surfaces you've touched. The Journal of Clinical Neuromuscular Disease documented a case in 2020 of a man who used Grecian formula for 7 months and developed peripheral neuropathy, numbness, tingling, muscle weakness, all from a hair dye. Modern Just for Men and Grecian formula now use bismuth citrate, which is safe. But if you see old packaging, if the manufacturing date is before 2021, do not use it. Number 1. Any permanent hair dye with para-phenylenediamine in black or darkest brown shades. This isn't about one brand. This is about the entire category. PPD is the backbone of the permanent hair dye industry. It's the chemical that makes color last. It's in L'Oreal, it's in Clairol, it's in Garnier, it's in Revlon, it's in Schwarzkopf, it's in Wella. It's in almost every permanent dye on the market. Here's what PPD does. It's a coal tar derivative. It's an aromatic amine. When it's mixed with peroxide, it oxidizes and forms larger color molecules that bond to the keratin in your hair. That's why the color doesn't wash out. But it also penetrates your scalp, and once it's in your bloodstream, it's metabolized in your liver into compounds that can bind to DNA. That's the mechanism that makes it a potential carcinogen. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies occupational exposure to hair dyes as Group 2A, probably carcinogenic to humans. That classification is based on bladder cancer rates in hairstylists who've worked with permanent dye for decades. For personal use, it's classified as Group 3, not classifiable. That doesn't mean it's safe, that means there isn't enough long-term data yet. But the Sister Study, the meta-analyses published in 2024 and 2025, and the ongoing lawsuits are all pointing in the same direction. Frequent use, dark shades, over years or decades, increased risk. And then there's the allergy issue. PPD is one of the most common causes of severe allergic contact dermatitis. 4 to 6% of the general population tests positive for PPD sensitivity. Once you're sensitized, even tiny exposures can trigger reactions. Scalp swelling, facial swelling, blisters. In extreme cases, anaphylaxis. If you've ever gotten a black henna tattoo, you might already be sensitized and not know it. The next time you use permanent dye, your immune system could go into overdrive. So here's the bottom line. If you're using permanent dye in black or darkest brown every 4 to 6 weeks for years, you are in the highest exposure category. You're using the shades with the highest PPD concentrations. You're doing it frequently. And you're doing it long term. That is the combination that shows up in every study linking hair dye to cancer. Now, 3 options that are genuinely safer. Not risk-free, nothing is risk-free, but these are formulated without the chemicals we just talked about. Or they use completely different mechanisms that don't involve scalp absorption at all. Number 3. Madison Reed. Madison Reed is an 8-free formula. No PPD, no ammonia, no RESORCINOL, no parabens, no phthalates, no gluten, no SLS, no titanium dioxide. Instead of PPD, they use PTD, para-phenylenediamine. It's a close chemical cousin to PPD, but studies show it has a lower sensitization rate. If you have a known severe PPD allergy, you should still patch test, because cross-reactivity is possible. But for most people, PTD is significantly gentler. Madison Reed also uses a low-volume developer and a conditioning base with argan oil and keratin. It's designed to minimize scalp irritation and hair damage. It's not perfect, it's still a chemical dye, but it's one of the cleanest permanent options on the US market right now. Price: around $30 per box. Available online and at Ulta. Number 2. Organic Color Systems. This is a professional salon line. It uses the absolute minimum PPD required to achieve gray coverage. Average concentration is around 0.6%. That's less than a third of what most box dyes use. The rest of the formula is plant-based, certified organic extracts. No ammonia, no RESORCINOL, it's Soil Association certified, which is one of the strictest organic standards in the world. You can't buy this at a drugstore. You have to go to a salon that carries it. But if you want permanent color with the lowest possible chemical exposure, this is it. The downside: it's expensive. Salon color services using organic color systems typically start around $150 to $200. Number 1. Pure henna and indigo from certified suppliers. This is the only option that is genuinely chemical-free. Henna comes from the Lawsonia inermis plant. Indigo comes from the Indigofera tinctoria plant. When you mix them, you get shades ranging from auburn to deep black, depending on the ratio. There is no PPD, no peroxide, no ammonia, no developer. It's just plant powder mixed with water or tea. It stains the keratin on the outside of your hair shaft. It does not penetrate. It does not absorb into your scalp. The catch: it takes time. You mix it. You let it sit for hours or overnight to release the dye. You apply it. You leave it on for 2 to 4 hours. And the color builds gradually over multiple applications. It will not lighten your hair. It only deposits color. If you have dark hair and want to go lighter, henna can't do that. But if you want to cover gray or deepen your natural color without putting coal tar derivatives on your scalp every month, this is the safest option that exists. Brands: The Henna Guys, Light Mountain Natural, Silk and Stone, Cultivators Organic. Price: $10 to $30 per application depending on hair length. Here's your action step. Tonight, go to your bathroom, pick up your box of dye, flip it over, read the ingredient list. Look for para-phenylenediamine. Look for RESORCINOL. Look for lead acetate if it's old stock. If it's there, you now know what the EU knows. You now know what the studies say. The question is what you do about it. If this helped, like and subscribe. Drop a comment. Tell me what dye you've been using and whether you're switching. I read every single one. See you in the next video.